This short workout is all about the core. I also have the video in my starter series because it includes all the exercises that are the base of everything else that we do in the ab challenges. If you're not able to complete this workout, please do not partake in the ab challenge because it is much more intense and can cause back pain or injury. Start with this one, and once you feel comfortable, you can jump into some of the others. We're going to start on the floor on your back, and we're starting with breathing. Don't worry, it is going to get more intense. Breathing is the most important part of keeping a strong core. So this is where we always start with. First, we're going to start with the idea of when you need to breathe in and breathe out. So your hands are going to be on your belly, so you can have some feedback. When you breathe in, your hands should raise because the belly should be raising and everything should be relaxed. When you exhale, your hands should come down as your abdominals contract and your pelvic floor pulls up. Now, your pelvic floor is way down here. So boys, that's pulling the boys up. Girls, think about having to go pee really badly and tighten everything up down there. Okay, so that's when I say pelvic floor, that's what I'm talking about. And that is a very gentle contraction, not a, oh my God, squeeze. It's just a little subtle movement. Okay, so let's practice them. We're going to do 6. So I want you to breathe in, fill the belly, everything relaxes. Exhale, pull the pelvic floor up and let your belly come down. Inhale and breathe in. Try to relax your glutes. Exhale and lower down, pelvic floor comes up. Inhale, lift up, you let your belly lift up, everything relaxes. Exhale, belly comes down, pull the pelvic floor up. Can you consciously contract down there? 3 more. Inhale, belly fills up. Exhale and contract. Inhale, belly fills up. Exhale and contract. Last one. Inhale, belly fills up. Exhale and contract. Now we're going to see how well you got that pelvic floor contraction. You're going to lift your feet up. Hands stay on your belly. Now, low back stays wherever it is. You're going to try not to arc it and try not to slam it into the ground. Just keep it neutral. I want you to exhale and lower your right leg down. Hold your breath or continue exhaling as you lift up. And then inhale when you get to the top. Exhale, lower the left leg down. And either hold your breath or continue exhaling, lift it up. We're going to alternate from side to side. You're exhaling on the most intense, which is when you're lowering. And when you get to the top, you can relax and breathe in. And just going from side to side. You can go on your own time if you'd like. The slower, the better. And what it looks like, what I'm doing, looks ridiculously easy, and it is. But to actually engage your pelvic floor on each lower and not letting your back arc is actually quite difficult and takes some focus and concentration. So don't straighten your legs yet. Don't go into scissors. That's an advanced exercise. Right now, you're just training your brain to tell your muscles how to contract without having it be super intense. Eventually, this should come on subconsciously. You shouldn't have to tell it, but you should also be able to turn on the pelvic floor, turn on your core when you need it. Let's try 4 more. The slower you go, the better. 1 more each side. Last one. Excellent. If you have a pillow underneath your head, take it away. Place your head flat on the ground. Place your hands on the floor. Your knees are still bent. Lift your hips up. Okay, so now we're going to go for a little bit more endurance. Draw the pelvic floor up just gently. Tighten up your right butt cheek and then straighten out your left leg. Put it back down and then tighten up your left cheek and straighten out your right leg and put it back down and switch. So you're going to exhale, lift, inhale back down, 3, 4. Now put your hands on your hips. Are they even or is one dropping when you lift up your leg? When you lift up your leg, keep your thighs parallel to each other. You're not lifting it up towards the ceiling. You're just extending at the knee. Hips up a little higher if you can and keep them even. Check them out. Are they even? Squeeze your butt cheek to support your body. Pelvic floor is drawn in the whole time. It's a very slight draw because you're going to fatigue too quickly if you try to keep everything super tight. We've got 10 more. 10. Try not to go faster than me. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Put your bum on the floor. Arms come out like cactus arms. Get a stretch on your chest, and you're going to windshield right your knees from side to side. Now for crunches, a lot of times we like to do crunches pulling on our necks. So you get to have your hands behind your head, but you're going to just cradle your head. So you're not going to look down at your belly. You're going to look up at the ceiling the whole time. So from here, I want you to actually think about getting your ribs and your hips together. So we're going to actually push your low back down and crunch up, looking at the ceiling the whole time. When you relax, you're going to drop them back to neutral. Okay, so we're going to do 10, very slow. So ribs and hips together, exhale, inhale, relax. Ribs and hips together, exhale, and you can even see them shaking. You squeeze, squeeze, squeeze with all you've got. Good, exhale and relax. Sorry, inhale and relax. Exhale, ribs to hips. Inhale, relax, that's 3. Exhale, ribs to hips. Inhale, relax, that's 4. Exhale, ribs to hips. Remember, you're just cradling your head. Inhale, relax. We have 5 more. Exhale, ribs to hips. Inhale, relax. Exhale, ribs to hips. Get a little higher, using your abdominals, not your hands. And relax. 3 more. Exhale, ribs to hips. Inhale, relax. 2 more. Exhale, ribs to hips. Inhale, relax. Last one. Exhale, ribs to hips. You got it. Inhale and relax. You're going to flip over onto your hands and knees. So we're going to do 2 cat-cows just so you see the difference between flexion and extension. So you're going to round your back, look at your belly. This is full flexion. Okay, this is a lot where we are for cycling, for sitting at our desks. We end up spending a lot of time in flexion. Now look at the top of your mat, pull the shoulders down, stick your bum to the ceiling. This is extension. We do this a lot of the times when we do squats improperly. Sometimes some people are in this natural posture. They have an extended spine, a low lumbar spine. So one more time, go back into flexion. And then go into an extension. Now you know the difference, flexion, extension, neutral. So neutral is neither flexion nor extension. It's what your normal curvature of your spine is. So you may have a little bit, I've got a very flat low back, so mine looks very flat, but you may have a tiny little bit of a curve in your lumbar spine, which is great. Okay, I want you to try to hold neutral. What that means is your belly button is slightly drawn in and your belly is taut, okay? Not too tight because we're gonna stay here for a little while. You're going to go into a bird dog. So we're going to start by extending out your left leg. As you can see, I haven't lost my neutral spine. It's still there. Abs are still tight. My hips are still even. My foot's facing the floor. Now you're going to lift up the right arm. Now, if that makes your back arc like that, then you're going to bring your arm out to the side. You may not have the flexibility. Tighten up your abs again. Mine's a little bit over here. You can't really see it. Okay, over to the side is totally fine. Now what we're going to do is you're going to come back to the center. And you're going to try to go right back into that position you just held 10 times. Exhaling as you stretch. So you get 9, 8, 7. If it bothers your wrist, you can make a fist with your left hand. You get 5, and that way your wrist will stay neutral. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Let's go to the other side. If you did a fist on the left, then do a fist on the right. My wrists are totally fine, so I'm going to keep mine down. Now we're going to extend the right leg. Now, one side may be a little bit different. Tighten up the abs again, get back into neutral spine, lift up the left arm. Again, if that bothers your shoulder, bring it out to the side so you can stay neutral and you don't have any shoulder pain. Here we go, 10 times. Exhale as you stretch. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Next one we're going to do is go into a low plank. So we're going to do all the planks, low plank and side plank. Now, low plank, a lot of people clasp their hands together. You can do that. If you want to work your shoulders a little bit, place your hands flat on the floor, straighten your legs out. If that's too much, you can always stay on your knees. Just keep your bum down. Okay, so we're going to straighten our legs out if you can, and we're going to hold this for 20 seconds. Now, when you're holding, you're going to try to keep your back rounded. So push up through your mid back, belly is drawn in, and then if you want to make it harder, imagine that you're dragging your elbows towards your toes to engage your abs even more. Now breathe for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. That shouldn't have been too hard. We're going to go into a side plank. So I'm going to go on my right elbow, sorry. Two options. You can go onto your knee like that, or you can straighten out your leg. Actually, you got 3, or you can stack your foot. Okay, stack your feet. Lift your hips up. We're going to hold for 20 seconds again. If you already started with me, then you get a little bit longer. Now you're trying to keep the chest open to the front, hips up nice and high. Always drop the knee if you need to rest. We have 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We'll flip over to the other side. Same idea. Bottom knees down or straight, whatever works for your back or for your abs. Open up your chest to the front. 20 seconds, starting now. Five, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Drop your hips. You're going to lay on your back. We're doing obliques, which is the side abdominals. Your legs are going to go up, hands go behind your head. We're going to do a slow bicycle crunch. What that is you lift your chest up into that little crunch we did earlier. You're going to extend the left and then twist and try to get your right elbow towards your left knee. Come back to center, down. So it's up, twist and touch, center, and down. So it's up, twist, center, 2. Up, twist, center, 3. We're just going to do 10. Twist, center, 4. Up, twist, center, 5. Go slow. Twist, center, 6. Break it down. Twist, center, 7. Up, twist, center, 8. Are you remembering the pelvic floor? 9. Last one. Up, twist, center, and 10. Good. Place your feet on the floor. Hands can go behind your head. Relax. Stretch by doing windshield wipers with your knees, which opens up your low back. Next one we're going to do is legs straight up. If you have tight hamstrings, you can have your knees bent. Don't worry about that. So legs go straight up like that or slightly bent. Totally doesn't matter. You're going to keep your hands behind your head. You're going to take the right one out and try and reach as far up as you can to the left leg. Come down, put it behind your head, and then switch to the other side. Okay, we're going to do that 20 times. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10. Can you get higher? 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Bring your knees in towards your chest. You can just rock from side to side. We have 2 more. This is a boat pose. You're going to grab the back of your legs and you're going to rock a couple times. And if you're not able to rock yourself up, then just sit up. Okay, you're holding onto the back of your knees still. You're going to lift your legs up. Ideally, they're parallel to the floor as much as you can. One option is you stay here and hold. 2 is you bring your hands out. Again, we're going to hold this for 20 seconds, starting now. Breathe. Idea is keep your chest up, sternum nice and tall, belly's drawn in, back is strong. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Flip over onto your hands. Now we're going to do a high plank. So this is a high plank knee drive. So your feet are as wide as the mat, your hands about as wide as your mat. You're going to bring your right knee in towards your chest, round out your back, and bring it back. We're going to do that 10 times. One side. 1. Exhale as you drive in. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. You lower yourself down onto the floor. This next one, last one here, is for your low back specifically. We did a lot in the front. Your core includes the low back as well. So we want to make sure that it's able to support all that strength that you're building in the front. So your arms are above your head. Again, you can have your hands out wide if that's easier. And you can put your forehead down once you've watched what we're doing. We're going to lift up the left leg. As you can see, my hip bones are still touching the floor. Your leg's not going to go that high. I don't want it to go high. I want you to tighten up your bum. And you're going to feel tightening in the low abs. Then you're going to lift up the right arm. And you're going to feel that tightening increase. If you can lift your chest up like mine, that's great. Otherwise, just keep your head on the floor. Now we're going to switch to the other side. Lift up the right leg. Keep your hip bones on the ground. Lift up the left arm and hold for 3, 2, 1. You're squeezing while you're holding. You should feel this in your low back. A nice gentle squeeze. Hold for 3, 2, 3. And switch. Lift and hold. 3, 2, 4. And switch. Lift and hold. 3, 2, 5. And switch. Lift and hold. 3, 2, 6. And switch. Lift and hold. 3, 2, 7. And switch. Lift and hold. 3, 2, 8. And switch. Lift and hold. 3, 2, 9. And switch. Last one. Lift and hold. 3, 2, and 10. The 2 stretches. Place your elbows on the floor. Lift your chest up. Drag your elbows back, which is going to drag your chest through and give you a big stretch on the front and some nice extension on your low back. You're going to bend your knees, stick your bum up and towards the air. Hands stay where they are. Drop your hips back. Your forehead can go onto the floor if you can reach that far. So now you're getting a full stretch through the shoulders and through your low back. If you have the flexibility in your knees, you can lower all the way down and put your bum onto your heels, which gives a little bit more movement, a little bit more opening to the low back. And then relax.